Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome into the show that's on in the afternoon. Glad to have you with us here today. We've got some great guests in studio. Very exciting milestone for the St. Augustine Lighthouse.
I'm so excited for this chat. This is going to be great. Celebrating 150 years, Pete. That's huge.
Wow, that is huge, man. We've got Amy Klassen and Amanda Goodall in studio here with us, and we're going to talk about all of what 150 brings with the St. Augustine Lighthouse.
Nice.
And how they're celebrating, how they celebrate it. It's going to be a very fun talk, man. I love talking about the lighthouse.
Well, how do they make all the magic come together? It's not just, just a lighthouse. There's such a culture, and there's tours behind it.
And there's ghosts.
Yeah, we got to jump into
That's
it.
my favorite part of the ghosts.
Yes.
That's right. That's right.
Good stuff.
So we'll talk about the ghosts and more in just a couple of minutes. We'll also have, of course, your horoscopes, your memes, all your good stuff here for today. It's going to be great. Davey's not happy. He's on deck with the horoscopes. Yeah. You'll make it through, Davey.
I'm sure.
We will first tell you guys about our friends at Bozard Ford Lincoln. Since 1949, they've been more than just a dealership. They're, in fact, a family-owned beacon of trust right here in St. Augustine. Founded on the principles of honesty, integrity, and community service, that Bozard family tradition continues to thrive through generations. They've got that state-of-the-art service facility with 91 climate-controlled service bays out there, a quick lane for no appointment-needed maintenance, and you can enjoy the comforts of their customer lounge and the unique flavors of Ford's Garage while you're out there. They are the proud recipients of the prestigious Triple Crown Award and named Florida's Dealer of the Year by Dealer Rater. Their team is dedicated to providing an enjoyable and efficient experience. Bozard Ford Lincoln, they offer the best in pricing, selection, and service just off 95 and State Road 16, where your satisfaction is their mission, and they are driven to inspire. Also, our inspiring friends out there at the Bailey Group. Over 300 companies and organizations trust the Bailey Group to carefully craft a benefits program that supports and reflects their vision. We've got Tammy coming in soon. It is we're just about to hit open enrollment season, right, David?
Right, November 1st is coming up, but there's a lot of nuances out there that we can save you guys some money. So make sure you save that date, November 13th on that show. It's going to be amazing.
Yeah, that's going to be a great talk. The Bailey Group, let them just give you more peace of mind. You deserve it. 904-461-1800. You also deserve a relaxing and rejuvenating experience. And that's where Elace Med Spa comes into the picture. I just got 10% more relaxed just saying the words.
I know. It's like Enya. It just washes right over you.
Great.
Oh, sail away, sail away.
Do they play that
as you enter the door, it's amazing.
Right,
and cherubs come out and it's such an amazing moment.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, awesome. I got to head there after work today.
There it is.
They provide their clients with a wide range of luxurious spa treatments and advanced medical aesthetic procedures. Botox, dermal fillers, laser treatments, hydrofacials. Those are really good. The CO2 lasers, those are very popular. They do it all, and they do it the best. And I'm not joking when I say they do it the best. Elace Med Spa. Go to Elace, ELASE.com. Use Davey's name if you're a first-time client. Get $100 off.
I'm just handing it out to you guys out there. It's going to be amazing.
You are.
Look your
Good for
best.
you.
Santa Claus is coming. You want to look real nice for those presents, right?
There you go.
Yeah. You do.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Amy and Amanda in studio here with us from the St. Augustine Lighthouse. How are y'all doing?
Great.
Good.
Doing
Welcome.
Good.
I need a trip to that spa you just mentioned.
Let's
oh my
go.
gosh.
Absolutely. Just say Davey's name. You're going to get $100 off. It's
Boom.
easy.
Noted.
You cannot beat that. It is awesome. So the Lighthouse, 150 years.
Yeah,
That is a big deal.
it is.
So what have you guys already had like a celebration? Have you given the Lighthouse a cake yet? Like, what do you do to celebrate? What do you do to celebrate 150 years?
Well, we did give the lighthouse a cake.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah,
Awesome.
we did do that. So we kicked off. We really kind of put some ideas together, staff and our committee. We have a 150th anniversary committee.
Cool. Okay.
And so we've been working and kind of planning. And the week of the 14th through the 18th, we kicked off activities. And really, we looked at this whole year as a celebration year because it's a big anniversary, and those only
the
come
history
once
is
in a
incredible.
lifetime.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Yes.
That's amazing.
Yeah. So during that week, we started the week with Family Day. which was the first time we've done that. It was a great opportunity. It was a great way for kids and families to come and visit the lighthouse. There was activities and a variety of different things that Amanda and her team organized. Then on Tuesday, we had a VIP night and a member night and a general public night. And what happened then was our cake. But we also had a champagne toast, and we had a variety of people who were guests, and they came and they talked about the significance of the lighthouse to the community as well as to themselves. So there were the broader perspectives as well as personal perspectives. So it was a really, really nice evening. And then our members were able to come and see the new exhibit that the interpretation team was able to organize for this event, which has been a great thing. So that is titled 150 Years of Service. And so it really looks at the lighthouse from that whole span of time. Really pretty hard to do because we have very limited space, but the team did a great job with putting together a new exhibition. Cool. And that stuff is happening. And then Wednesday we had a colorful night where people could come, and we had fun activities, again organized by our interpretation team, and people could climb, and it was extended hours. So those were the highlights for the evening. And then on Friday, we also were able to organize kind of a dialogue with people who have experience and recollection of things that were important to them in regard to the lighthouse.
Wow, like a talkback session?
Yes.
That's very cool. Awesome.
And so one of our people, one of the guests who came was actually Wilma Daniels, and Wilma is the last daughter of our last keeper. So that was fantastic. And she's been a regular, she's a regular to the lighthouse, but everybody always enjoys hearing her and talking with her and having her kind of share her stories. And Amanda organized and hosted all of that.
So Wilma, if you guys have heard the story Smokey the Cat
Yeah.
from the lighthouse, that was Wilma's cat. Wow. And she is 93. There is a photo of her in almost every exhibit on the site. Yes. And she actually climbed the lighthouse this January.
No
at 93.
way.
God bless that
She
lady.
is a celebrity. We love her.
That's awesome.
So it was really fun to interview her and hear her stories, as well as from some former staff, some folks who have lived in Lighthouse Park in the neighborhood for such a long time, who have just seen those massive changes that we've gone through in the last 30 years.
Yeah.
Were you able to record any of that interview, and so that you guys can use that and have that?
Yes.
Yes.
That's
So
awesome.
we're very excited. Perhaps one of our other interesting stories is one of our recently retired staff members, Rick Kane, was a deputy director for, I think, 22 years. /23. We pulled him out of retirement to help us last summer. And the book he could write on taking care of a lighthouse and handling a lighthouse and preserving a lighthouse with the staff. So I think a lot of people enjoyed hearing him speak too, because it's recent. He just retired, but when you are every day at a landmark like that, the stories you can tell. So
yeah. And the
he's,
passion you have.
He's an incredible storyteller as well.
Yeah.
Cool.
So that adds just to the whole dialogue.
So we mentioned the spa earlier and keeping you looking young. The lighthouse is always looking really young.
It does.
What goes into the preservation of the lighthouse? You mentioned it just a second ago, but how do y'all do that?
There's a lot that goes into the preservation. I mean, I one of the things I don't think people recognize, and they probably don't realize, but that's part of the main mission of the organization. We're responsible for the upkeep and the maintenance of the tower, as well as the whole site and all of the collections that are part of it. So part of the staff and their role is really to kind of maintain and make sure that those pieces are kept well maintained. And every about 5 to 8 years, depending on how the weather is, depending on how the tower weathers, the tower needs to be repainted. And it was just repainted in 2022. Is that correct?
Roughly, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
And so, that's, it's a huge price tag. And so we have to really reach out and thank our community, because they're always supportive. So hopefully the next tower painting will kind of come in maybe 8 years. I'm hoping, keeping fingers crossed, so we don't worry about raising those dollars. Yeah. But locally, the community has always been really generous to the lighthouse, and we were ever grateful, because part of the reason we exist is because the community is so gracious to us. And I think the other part of what people, I I'm not sure that they always recognize is we're a site and we are an attraction, but we have that museum part of what we do and that other side of our operation. And that's that mission-driven kind of aspect that really comes into preservation. And then, we have, and I don't know that everybody recognizes this, but when I'm sure when Chuck is here, he always shares the fact that we have an incredible conservation lab.
Oh, yes.
And for an organization our size, that's incredible because I have met so many people and they have no idea that we do that. And I think an aspect of what we do in regard to that preservation, while it's not directly, it's indirectly linked, the fact that we have archaeologists who can dive and find artifacts, bring them up, and then we can go through that whole process of bringing them up, conserving them, and exhibiting them. That's a really unique opportunity that not a lot of organizations similar to us really have.
Well, flipping the script a little bit here, you give a lot of props to the community, but honestly, you guys really do some great things for that. Like the King Street boat that they found, right?
Yeah.
You guys really help preserve a lot of that stuff there too, because you have that high-tech way of preserving that. So that's an amazing thing that you guys have for our community as well, like a great resource. That's awesome.
Thank you.
So one of the things that I love, and it's about the time of year for it, is the illuminations.
Yes,
Oh,
here we
yes.
go.
This is really cool. This is a sight to behold. It really is.
It is absolutely. So Amanda is our wonderful organizer of that whole event. So
Director
awesome.
of fun.
Yes,
I
some
love
of
that.
those things, director of
Great
fun.
work.
So I can't take all the credit. I do want to push out some credit to we call her our creative visionary. Her name is Darlene Humphreys. She is our bookkeeper.
Nice.
She has been with the organization for over 23 years again,
Cool.
roughly.
Yeah, 25.
25.
25 years.
Sorry,
Jeez,
Darlene.
Wow.
She's
like, let's keep that number down.
Yeah,
You're
she's like,
aging me
get
a
it
little
right,
bit.
Amanda.
We would have been fine with 20.
She pays the payroll, so we need to be nice to her.
Yeah, there you go.
So really, Darlene has been the visionary for the last 25 years of just when we started decorating the site for the holidays and when illuminations came to fruition. To see her creativity come together, we have 21 uniquely themed trees throughout the site that, in a way, I'm going to use the word curated. They are curated by her. You have an old Florida tree. My personal favorite, we have the privy tree. That's true to history. We had privies at the lighthouse.
Oh, I love that.
There is a dive tree related to archaeology. The Harn tree in our Harn exhibit is really classic to that gilded time period, really localized to St. Augustine. So I got to give a lot of credit to her. We are just getting ready to decorate the site. They started making wreaths yesterday.
Okay.
Next week starts interior decorating, and it takes about 2 weeks to put up 21 to 23 trees,
Right.
light them, decorate them, hang garland from the top of the lighthouse.
Right.
And it is just a massive initiative put forth by the staff and the volunteers. It's all staff and volunteers who help decorate. We don't hire anyone in to do this. It's all supported by those staff and volunteers. But then starting Thanksgiving weekend is lighthouse illuminations, tides, tidings, and trees.
Oh, boy.
So in conjunction to Nights of Lights that we all know and sometimes love when we have to fight through the traffic downtown, this program is an opportunity to still enjoy that holiday season, to get that fun feeling of walking through beautiful lights, but without being shoulder to shoulder to someone.
Yeah.
So a couple nights a week, we offer this program for $22.95 for adults, or $24.95 for adults, $22 for the kids, to come on site for the evening, to climb the lighthouse at night, to see these 21, 22 themed trees and escape that hustle and bustle.
Yeah.
And what's really cool is per each exhibit, we also have music curated for
fun.
those trees. And then when they climb to the top, they can see Nights of Lights downtown.
Right.
That's the only way you're going to get that view is
I
the top
love
of our
that.
lighthouse.
Such
So
a great view.
that's going to be running from November 22nd to January 11th. There's little photo ops to get your family Christmas photos on site. And
Miss Darlene's going to roll her eyes, but is there a haunted tree celebrating the spirits of the lighthouse?
yes, there is.
Okay.
Really?
Thank you,
Wow.
thank
You
you.
need to come see it.
I can't
and,
wait to see this.
I have 3 black cats at home, and there's a black cat on it, and that's probably one of my favorite
Okay.
ornaments on that tree.
I love it.
It is
Great.
really fun to kind of, I want to say scavenger hunt. It's not necessarily a scavenger hunt, but to walk around the
yeah.
grounds and look for the different trees because they're all over. You really have to visit almost every section of the lighthouse
Every
to
part.
experience all the trees, which is really cool.
It is. I agree with that because it kind of adds that element of, the other parts of what we do. And so many times people will come and they don't even know that. Although everyone who comes for illuminations, I think most people know what that event is about. So it's exciting. And it's a lot of work, but Amanda is so right when she says that Darlene is so dedicated, and she is known as the Christmas lady.
I love that. I love that.
There you go.
So how long does planning take? I mean, like thinking about your fun committee and 150 years, how much energy went behind the scenes before it was released to the public?
The staff got together in January of this year, which typically I would say is a little bit later than when you would plan for something like this. But a lot of us and our board members and our volunteers just felt so passionately that it would be wrong not to do something. So we really started diving in January, and with that amount of time to put together what we put together, at least for the October week, and with developing a new exhibit at the same time, was so much fun. A lot of effort, a lot of creativity involved. But it was a whirlwind. It was so much fun.
I think sometimes too there's misconception that when you organize an exhibition, you just go in, you select a few photographs, you put them in there, or you get them framed and stuff. But there's so much more thought that goes into that.
That's what I want to hear.
Yeah. There is, and so Amanda is correct. I mean, they started. We really got together. We started kind of discussing the 150th and kind of saying what do we have to do? What do we want this to look like? And then the interpretation team and collections staff worked and started going through the collection. They went through scrapbooks, they went through photographs, they went through other objects that we had that would be pertinent and part of those pieces that would kind of meet the criteria from for the 150 years.
Cool, yeah.
And as I said, it's really the trickier part too in this particular case is the fact that we have really limited space. So we did make the decision, and I think it was a great decision, and it's come together beautifully. So if you haven't been, you definitely have to stop. One of the things that happened is we changed things in our visitor center. So when you enter the visitor center, there's a gallery space there that as a staff, we started talking, and I was like, hey, maybe we should think about using that. And Jason Titcomb, who is our director of curatorial affairs, said, oh, he loved that idea of being able to do that because it expanded the opportunity. And so I think when you have those smaller spaces, it's so much harder because you got to tell that story, but you have such limited space and time.
Totally, yeah.
So it was tricky, but they did a fantastic job pulling it all together.
I love that.
Awesome. What about Luminary Night? Luminary Nights are great community events as well, right?
Yes.
Yeah, when is that kicking off again?
Luminary Night, a community event, is on Wednesday, December 4th from 6 to 9. So every year for roughly the last 20 years, we've hosted this community event on the first Wednesday of every December. What is really special about that is we do 2,000 luminaries throughout the Lighthouse grounds, Lighthouse Park, and Red Cox Road into the Lighthouse Park neighborhood. So when guests come into the site and climb the lighthouse at night, just seeing all these beautiful luminaries throughout the site. We are doing something fun this year where roughly 300 bags are going to be cut out and dedicated to the 150th with little 150s
Cool,
and little
that's
lighthouses.
awesome.
So you'll have to find those as you sprinkle throughout the site. But in lieu of it being a community event, it's really about us giving back and thanking the community for supporting us all year long. And as well, we want to feature our local community. So one of the things that we do is we're kicking off December. We're in the middle of that holiday season. We have a lot of Yuletide music playing throughout the site, and that is led by high school choirs, elementary choirs, college choirs, to really give them a platform to sing, but also to get in that holiday spirit. And it's just beautiful. We've had as well a string quartet or a violinist in the tower, and that echo, it's magical. So it's a really beautiful night. We have kids activities, so we have arts and crafts, and most important, we have a visit from a special someone.
Oh, yeah.
Who has a long white beard and wears a red hat.
Joy!
That sounds great. Yes, we love it.
So our kids in the community can come and visit Santa before the holidays.
That is so cool.
And get their picture taken. So it's a really just You feel it throughout the site. It's just a joyous, fun evening. And then we wrap up the night, of course, by thanking all of our sponsors. But we also select a winner for one of our Heritage Boatworks boats. That program spends all year, if not 2 years, crafting wooden boats from scratch that are watertight, water-ready vessels that are registered with the Coast Guard, and one lucky winner gets selected to take home a beautiful piece of the lighthouse, handcrafted by amazing artisans. And
That's
that program,
incredible.
it really is, and that program is completely volunteer-run. And then we, lastly, of course, with every holiday season, you have holiday cookies.
Of
and
course.
we have a bake
Come
sale.
on.
So we host a bake sale as a way to fundraise for the organization. And I just think bake sales are so fun and so cute. And again, being a small organization, every hand picks in. So our HR generalist, Cheyenne, runs the bake sale. And each year she just raises more and more money. So I love to challenge her each year to go higher and higher. But we're excited for that community event. And we know there's a little bit of communication because we have Lighthouse Illuminations, Lighthouse Luminary Nights. So Luminary Night is a community event one night a year. Lighthouse Illuminations you can do for a ticketed price November through January.
Now I got it. Okay, I was one of the confused
Yeah,
ones, so that's good.
that's a tricky thing.
Okay.
We love tongue twisters at the Lighthouse.
But really quick, talking about fundraising, Amy, this is an incredible thing. What warms my heart is when I visit the Lighthouse and I see your incredible brick program. Listen, I have been a fundraiser for years in this town. I have never seen a more successful, more well-kept, more incredible brick program than what you guys have. Please, I hope that there's some, are you going to continue? I don't know how, but can you continue it? Is it still going on?
It is. It is still going on. And that's such a nice compliment. So thank you so much. And I will share that with our staff because they will be really, really happy to hear that. And yeah, it's such a wonderful way to share memories of people who are special or show different ways of sharing kind of gratitude for recognizing people and opportunities. So as of now, yes, that's a really successful fundraising program for us. We have a new staff member, Holly Powers, who has joined. She's been there about a month and a half, and so she will be doing the Legacy brick program.
Fantastic.
So people can reach out to her if they need any information. You can look her up and find information about that program on our website.
It's a great gift for the holidays.
100%.
Like have your name at the Lighthouse.
Yeah, it's such an honor.
Yeah,
I mean,
seriously.
so many celebrities and people that make this town incredible are all over that. It's just so cool to see. Yeah.
And I think too, the other thing that's really fantastic about that program is the fact that it can be community as well as national and regional people who really participate, and we have had that across the board, which is fantastic.
It is fantastic.
Very cool. Very, very cool. So how do people keep up with y'all? What's the best way to follow you? Make sure they know what's going on day to day, month to month out there at the Lighthouse, because there's always something going on.
There is always something going on. You can probably, I would say one of the best ways is certainly to visit our website. We certainly have an events page on the website that they can look at, and it basically lists what's happening. We are on Facebook, and we're also on Instagram. What else, Amanda?
Your typical, I think we're on LinkedIn, and we know Totally St. Augustine always pushes all of our stuff out, so we thank them for that. But definitely checking the web regularly, our social media, and of course, giving us a call.
Absolutely. Yeah, I get all your press
Easy.
releases, so I'm always impressed. Yeah.
The only other thing that I want to put in there really fast is, you know what, this is a unique thing for the 150th. So we've created yard signs that people are able to come and get. They can, they're free. And we're encouraging people to show support of the Lighthouse by really just having them in their yard.
This is cool.
It's a really great kind of opportunity. We're asking for a suggested donation of $10, but if somebody just wants the sign and they don't have the means and they can't donate, that's perfectly fine. But that information is also on the website, and it's on the events page, and it's kind of tied to the 150th. But that has been great, and we're loving it. It's great to go around the community and see people who have been able to put this in their.
That's an awesome program. I love that.
It's been great.
Cool. Amy, Amanda, thank y'all so much for coming by. This is a great conversation. We love talking to everybody.
So
at the
special.
Lighthouse.
Thank you
so much for having us.
Amazing.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Very cool. Yeah, man, that going out there and really looking for those trees and finding them, they're all beautiful trees. I mean, I
Yes.
got to encourage everybody to go out and check out that one. That's really
Such a
really
pulse
cool.
of our community, too. It's such a beacon of hope, strength, and love. That's all what we're about in St. Augustine. Yeah, I love the
truth.
lighthouse. Really,
That's
really
right,
is.
man. Hey, we love our friends at Old Town Trolleys
There
as
they are.
well.
Yes.
And if you're a St. Augustine resident, St. Johns County resident, you're always going to tour free when you are accompanied by a full, fair, adult paid guest. To take advantage of that, just sign up for your hometown pass today at hometownpass.com. That can also be used at the old jail, Potter's Wax Museum, the oldest store museum,
Oh, yeah.
and more. The Old Town Trolley's free hometown pass is the best way to entertain visiting friends and family. They're the Old Town Trolleys. They're the green trains. They're the best.
And for over 45 years, Steve Chapman's All-American Air have been the go-to home service experts in St. Augustine, St. John's, Flagler, Duval, and Putnam counties. Whether you need warranty or non-warranty work on any make or model, they have preventative maintenance agreements or brand new cutting-edge systems. They've got you covered. From the latest Lennox systems to the ultra-smart iComfort thermostat, All-American Air has all the newest innovations to keep you comfortable all year round. Give them a call today, 904-461-0070.
And, of course, our friends at Bin 39 Wine Bar. It was great to have Irving and Katie in yesterday.
Ooh, yes.
Yeah, man.
We sold some bottles yesterday too, by the way, brother.
believe it.
People were
believe
like, I had to write them all down. I had
Yeah.
to tell everybody what they were. And Katie was like, I had four bottles of Blue Door sell yesterday. So
That's
that was awesome. Yeah.
Yeah. There's some great tasting wines out there,
Great
man.
stuff.
And you heard, I mean, they literally scour the globe.
Yes, sir.
They're all over the world looking for great wines to bring back here, which is really amazing. They are the wine experts in town. Check them out, whether you want to just sip in their courtyard or take a few bottles home. Lots of special occasions coming up at the end of the year, so you need bottles of wine for those. And these folks are the go-tos. Bin 39 Wine Bar, 4 St. George Street, 827-5740. You're going to need a bottle of wine after your horoscope, Davey.
Oh.
And so will you, Sagittarius. Let's go. I couldn't tell if we had music. Usually I faintly hear the music. Scorpio. Greetings, Scorpio. Seek your existential fairy tales on the week and watch them be reduced to cryptic postmodern haikus.
Oh, great.
The sting in your tale will have all the efficacy of a limp noodle as you attempt to vindicate your darkest suspicions, but find they only mirror your own fears. This is really deep.
Sounds like my love life. Go ahead.
Your quest for clandestine wisdom will be thwarted, spoiled by a redundant drama and dead-end scavenger hunt of life.
Oh, jeez.
Nothing you unearth is worth the dust, but take this bitter irony as a mark of unavoidable destiny.
Made me cry.
Sagittarius. Oh, adventurous Sagittarius, prepare as your legendary spontaneity takes a wild detour into the tiresome land of same old, same old.
Mm-hmm.
Emotionally hobble your optimistic expectations, while external reality kowtows to banal misadventure. These word salads of these damn
just
stars.
really
I really
fancy,
got to
man, yeah.
recalibrate the stars soon. Your latest scheming for the great escape may find itself waylaid by something more pressing. I don't understand half of these words. Potholes, both philosophical and literal. Reality check, the universe couldn't care less about your quest for purpose. And it'll make sure everything mundane feels like pulling teeth this week. Have fun.
Yeah, have fun with that. Sorry,
Yeesh.
Saggies, that's bad. But I'll tell you where you can have more fun is
Please.
the Hastings Hoedown and Pound Cake Bake Off.
All right.
It's this Saturday,
Yes.
3 p.m. to 7 p.m. Very, very excited. Check out Hastings Main Street for more info. But yeah, they've got some line dancing they can teach you off there. But I'm really more interested in this Pound Cake Bake Off because there's going to have so many different varieties out there to choose from. This is happening over at Good Earth Farm, 107 Pier Street. So yeah, check them out. And you can get more information again on Hastings Main Street, Inc.
Yeah, take some friends to Pound Town.
So
Sorry.
fun.
Stupid.
Isn't that great?
That's going to be great.
That's what I
That's
love.
Going to be great. No, a lot of people looking forward to that.
Yeah, me too.
Delicious sounding.
This is delicious. Dog Rose Brewing is kicking off their annual food drive for Pie in the Sky St. John's, helping
yeah.
senior citizens get produce and eggs. Let's help them fight senior hunger in our community. Love you, Johnny Barnes. Help support Pie in the Sky's Thanksgiving food drive. You need to bring in 5 items and they will give you a free pint. Wow, this already started October 28th through November 17th. Items needed are stuffing mix, canned green beans, cranberry sauce, gravy mix, or cornbread mix, yams, brown sugar, cream of mushroom soup, fried crispy onions, and canned sweet potatoes. Check that out. Go to Dog Rose Brewery if you want to get that list again. But yeah, bring in 5 items and you'll get a free pint of beer. And that's good beer over there.
Hell yeah.
That's fun.
Good stuff, man.
Hey, Jimenez Fascio House updated their vendor list. Join them on the first Friday, November 1st for the art walk at the Jimenez Fascio House Museum. Explore an array of local artists displaying their work throughout their historic property, and don't miss the live 15-minute flamenco performances from 6:30 and 7:30 p.m. So the hope to see you there. Love them over there. They're always up and on it. Yeah, November 1st, 5 to 9 p.m. They have a slew of new vendors, so I'm going to encourage you to go over to Jimenez Fascio House Facebook page and see who's going to be there. But yeah, it's a great all-star lineup, and I love what they're doing out there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Very cool, man. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
After some of those events, you're probably going to need to clean your teeth.
Oh.
And Magnolia Family Dentistry is...
Especially after Halloween, right?
Yeah, man. Halloween, Thanksgiving, all of it.
Good Lord.
And Christmas. All sugary, sweet holidays,
yeah,
man. You know?
I know.
But Dr. Paula Rodriguez at Magnolia Family Dentistry has got you covered. They're not just about clean teeth. They are about a clean and extraordinary experience all across the board. From the moment you step through their doors, you're going to see the difference, and you'll be welcomed into a state-of-the-art practice prioritizing your comfort and your well-being. Experience the difference with our friends at Magnolia Family Dentistry, where a healthy smile meets exceptional care. Schedule your appointment today by calling 904-824-0990 and see the difference with Dr. Rodriguez and Magnolia Family Dentistry, where they are redefining dental excellence one smile at a time.
Nice.
And Shayla Moore, where you're going to step beyond the velvet rope and into the heart of pleasure romance. It is St. Augustine's premier jazz venue, tapas lounge, and special event space. You'll treat yourself to an unforgettable evening where Chef Ellie Rose's artisanal tapas dazzle your taste buds, and Chef Austin crafts fresh, vibrant, and exclusive sushi experiences to elevate your palate. They're at 45 San Marco, 7 days a week, 4 to 11, nightly music starting at 7, and you can reserve your table at bitesbubblesandjazz.com.
And Panache, they've been living the fabulous life since 1987, and they invite you to join their pamper party. Their mission is simple. They're there to sprinkle joy from head to heart, one guest at a time. From a chic haircut to a soul-soothing massage, their team is all about pampering you to the max. What sets Panache apart? Well, it's their squad of talented experts on a mission to make your wildest dreams come true. Go to getpanache.com and get with it, boo. All righty. Well, this is left over from yesterday because we have to do this one. So times people tried to bake a birthday cake and it did not go as planned.
Okay.
Okay, so this first one, this person made a cake for her boyfriend. Birth.
All right. Okay. It's all about making sure you space out the letters right.
Birth. Celebrating the day. So
It looks like a tasty cake.
It actually doesn't look bad.
Yeah.
Next up, okay, so there's going to be a kid's going to a cake competition fundraiser.
Is that Hellraiser right there?
I don't know. Is that Pinhead? I'm not quite sure.
That's rough.
That's crazy. The coloring could have changed.
Yeah.
Next up, try to make a unicorn cake, and it turned out to look like Godzilla, angry unicorn. Yeah.
I don't know why it looks so angry, but I thought angry unicorn the same, man.
Beefy looking, like thick face. I don't know. Next up, happy birthday, Mark with the C. Maybe he's a fisherman.
Yeah.
Next up, well, the attempt was made at my Drake cake.
Well, it wasn't made very well. I can't tell what's going on there at all.
The side eye
That's
just gets me every time.
Just a giraffe neck right there, and that's bad.
Next up, my friend made a Danny DeVito Pepto-Bismol cake. Yeah.
Okay. Looks like the blood pressure's up on DeVito
A
there.
little bit not good, yeah. Next up, ugly hedgehog cake.
That's a hedgehog?
Yeah, apparently.
Looks like roadkill for sure.
The eyes. Next up, my friend's mom made a cake. Ooh, so the eyes just rubbed me the wrong way, right?
All of the eyes on these cakes are really bad.
It's an Asian bunny. I'm not quite sure. It's a very... All right, next up, this is a sheep cake. Wow.
Moving on.
Yep. All right, next up, we've got He-Man cake.
Oh, really? It's just a glob with a weird face.
Next up, the ice spice cake. Going back to
no way. Jeez, what is that? Velveeta cheese on there? That looks awful.
Oh, jeez. Next up, it's going to look just like that. And then it didn't look just like
Not
that.
at all.
Yeah.
Jeez. The burned corpse of a bear.
Yeah, yikes.
That's rough.
Yeah. Ooh.
Woof. All right.
I knew they'd be classic. I couldn't skip that one.
That's really good. Really good. Oh, I'm scared. Goodbye.
Bye, buddy.